Hi friends, good morning. Happy Saturday. Cheers, top of the morning, Voodoo Grape this morning. Changing it up a little bit. I don't know. Sometimes, the hell was that? Sometimes you just need a new flavor in your life. Oh, yeah. Cheers, top of the morning to you. Yep. It's good. So, we are 1 week removed from Quad Wars, Monster Truck Wars in Lebanon, Tennessee. We are back to the normal routine. And unfortunately, I don't know what else I'm going to have on the books for racing as of right now. I'm almost certain I'll get a couple in the fall. So, I'm happy about that. But outside of that, I don't know what else we're going to have. Good stuff. So, business. We are in a predicament right now. And I get it. Everybody wants a guarantee, right? Like I say, I can't quit my full-time job because I need that guaranteed money, and everybody has bills. This is an unpredictable business unless you've been in business for years and years and years and you have that clientele built up. Now, right now, we're already into end of May, beginning of June as far as booking people right now. But that's only based off of 3 to 4 days a week that we have a groomer. 7 days in a week, 6 days out of the week we have a groomer. 7 days in a week, 6 days a week we're open, but only 3 to 4 of those days do we have a groomer. So, and I'm about to not on that 4th day. So, it's been tough. I have a girl who wants to come work for me, who has worked for me. She wants to leave her full-time job and come to us full-time. But she needs a guaranteed X amount of dollars per week. And I just don't... It's tough, right? Because the business still needs to make money, and that's where I come in. When I groom, we get 100% of that money. When I have one of the girls do it, it's half. So it makes it tough because we still have a lot of bills to pay. It costs a lot to operate that business. So do I step back a little bit and let this girl take my grooms for a little while and see if we can do it that way? To see if we can, still win, still make enough money to operate and stay open. Ultimately, everybody's goal if they own a business is they want it to fund itself. And I've had to put a lot of my own money in, as most business owners do, until they're established. Or they take over a turnkey operation that already has its clientele built, it already has its revenue set, they have nothing to worry about. Man, it really looks like it's going to rain today, and I did not close the windows. I should probably check the weather. So as a business owner, it's not going to rain. It's just going to be cloudy today. So as a business owner, I have a decision to make. Do I step back a little bit and give her the hours, have her come work for it, not the hours, the grooms, have her come work for us to make sure that, we have a groomer 6 days a week, because that's what's going to happen if she comes and works for us? Or do I just make it work, right? Give her whatever grooms she needs and then just let her make up the difference. I don't know. She's told us what she needs to make, and I just don't know. Me and Kelly are both in a predicament to where we don't want to give anybody a guarantee. We don't want to give that guarantee that, yes, we will be able to give you X amount of dollars per week, because there's no guarantee until we get the clientele base built up. And that's the other hard part. Right now, we can only schedule grooms Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So there's still 2 days a week that we can't schedule grooms. And then on top of that, how do I do that? How do I say, yes, I can guarantee that, when I can't schedule grooms on those other 2 days because we don't have a groomer? So if she put a 2-week notice in, we could most definitely try to build the week out, maybe move some people around, and two, right? Like, I know I would ultimately, and that's why I love the job. My full-time job is I only work 3 days a week, sometimes 4. Once a month, guaranteed 4 days a week, and then as needed on Saturdays if something happens, or if there's special assignment or a transport or something that needs to be done, so it doesn't take anybody away from the main crew that's on shift. I fill in where needed. But obviously, if we can get her money, and then out of 4 days instead of 6, or 5 days instead of 6, then obviously she can have that extra day. And then we can just give her the option, hey, you want to make more money, or do you want a day off? It's up to you. Or maybe if it's a day that I can step in, I'll step in and I'll make the money for the shop. This works out. So as always, because I come off of working my full-time job on Friday nights, I'm tired Saturday mornings, and I don't always get up on time. And today was one of those days, and I'm beat. I didn't get up on time, but my first groom just texted and said I overslept. Is it okay if I still come? So I was like, hell yeah, come on, let's go. So it worked out in my favor. So I'm gonna go in here and grab breakfast. Fella at the gas station must have just got this motorcycle, because he kept starting it, and he'd drop it in gear and it would die. I'm just gonna let that marinate for a second, because those of you that ride motorcycles know what's going on. So I start rolling over to him and put my window down, and he figured it out. Kickstand safety. A lot of motorcycles have a kickstand safety. A lot of newer bikes, some older bikes, you put it in gear and the kickstand's down, it kills the motor so you don't tip over when you go to take off. This guy must have just got the bike because he was not figuring it out, and then he finally figured it out. Anyways, our first one called, said she's going to be late, or a message and said she's going to be late. And, and I don't want to breed that kind of behavior to where, like, hey, I'm running late, I woke up late, can I still bring her? But we have a really good day today. And we had 2 reschedule already, and we still already have a really good day. So we had a really, really, really good day, 2 rescheduled for whatever reason, and we're still going to have a really good day. So I didn't want to lose out on that one, and we may still. I messaged her and said, yeah, that's fine, we'll make it work, just come on, see you soon. She hasn't seen it or responded yet, so she may still not show up. I don't know. It was my first one, so it worked out in my favor. Everything happens for a reason, right? So anyways, we're going to figure it out. We haven't had a real opportunity to talk to this groomer about this, a little bit in text message, but we want to talk to her in person, and just kind of lay things out and figure it out, and just kind of see where she's at. That way we know we can get our head wrapped around it in person and see where she's at with things and just check things out. But we're going to talk to her today. She's our Saturday groomer. She's there today. We're going to talk to her about it and see what's going on and make sure, we can figure things out. But it's a hard decision for me to make, because I know, and we're not really there. The business is doing okay. It is self-sustaining for the most part right now. We had a dip, week or 2 before Easter. We had a dip in business, and now we're getting right back at it. We have solid days. The 3-4 days that we can book grooms are full, and like I said, we're already booking out into the end of May, beginning of June, just because that's where we're at. Now, obviously, we get a groomer that can groom 6 days a week, the 6 days that we're open, that'll change, right? We can move them grooms up and start filling the holes in, but we've got to make sure that, the clients can do that before we say yes to the groomer, and bring her on full time, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, anyways, I've got interviews up the wazoo this week. I think I've got 3 on Monday and 2 or 3 on Tuesday. I told Kelly to book a few for today, but we're just too busy with grooms, and we're going to be too busy on Monday and Tuesday, but it's got to be done. We've got to find somebody, and I kind of feel like everybody is going to say the same exact thing. Everybody's going to say, I need X amount of dollars. I got to work this. I've got to have that. And I get that. I totally understand that. But in this business, there is no guarantees. So, anyways, I'm here at the shop. I'm going to go in, get my head wrapped around everything that's going on, and figure out what we got growing today. See if anybody has called outside of the messages and the phone and things of that nature. Eat breakfast and, just get on with the day. And of course, we're going to bring you guys along with when I start doing the grooms. Hi, friends. Had a great day today. It was, Jesus criminy. Pay attention, Miller. Had a great day today. We got some dogs done. We had a good day business-wise. I think I've got a really good idea that's going to work to be able to bring our one girl on full-time. I hope. We'll see. I don't know. It may or may not work. I don't know. I got to play with the numbers a little bit more and see if it will or not. It should, though. But all wrapped up for the day. We ran to Walmart quick, got what we needed. Well, got what we needed that they had. They didn't have everything we needed. So I'll have to go back tomorrow or Monday or something. But so I got one dog to finish tomorrow. I could have done it today. I wasn't feeling it anymore. I did 4 or 5 dogs today myself. So I started him, didn't finish him. He's a boarding dog, so he's technically doesn't have to be done till tomorrow. They're picking up tomorrow at 4. Yes. I know. We're not open on Sundays. But for certain circumstances, we will be. And in this case, we're going to be. So there's that. God, I want one of those so bad. I either want the Ford version of the Mercedes Sprinter van, or I want a Mercedes Sprinter van. So freaking bad. It'd be so much easier than driving the truck and the trailer if I could just load the four-wheeler up in the back of a Sprinter and jam out with my clam out, you know, to the races. Or use the Sprinter as a camper, you know, just do a makeshift bed in the back and then just haul the trailer with the Sprinter. I would even do that so I don't have to pay for a hotel room, you know. I mean, man, it's getting expensive. I'd like to get a little Ford Transit Connect, or Ford Connect Transit, whatever they're called. I'd like to get one of those and put a trailer hitch on it and use that, because it's small and they're 4 cylinders, so it's going to get really good gas mileage. Maybe not like tremendous gas mileage with hauling a trailer, but it's going to get better gas mileage in this truck, because I think I averaged about 5 or 6 miles per gallon when I went to Lebanon. Per miles per gallon. That is 5 or 6 miles per gallon. Can we just think about that for a minute? That is horrible fuel mileage. I don't understand it at all. It should be getting way better than that. And I know the Chevy AFM, the active fuel management crap, is junk. I know that. And I keep saying I'm going to buy the Delete kit, and I haven't done it yet. But anyways, I'm in line at the T-Bell. I'm going to get some dinner and then head home. And then I got to get up tomorrow, and I got to finish that dog. He looks like a little Q-tip, little Duke. Got to finish him. They're going to pick him up at 4 tomorrow. So I'll probably get up early, head in, get him done. There ain't much left to do. I got to finish his face and just go over his body once more, just make sure we didn't miss anything. Do a sani trim up his ding. Pretty sure I already did his feet, but it shouldn't take long. Maybe an hour, if that, to finish him up. And then they'll be by to grab him, and later in the day, like I said, at 4. And then got the rest of the day to do whatever. So yeah, we're going to hopefully be a nice chill little Sunday. We'll go in the morning, get him done, and then go back in the evening for them to pick up, and just chill out in between, and hopefully have a nice chill Sunday. I got some things to do at the house. Possibly some good news on that front. As you guys know, if you've been following along, we moved down here a year and a half ago, and we needed to be close to her mom and dad. And her dad and the reason for is to help take care of them. And her dad has since passed, and we've been living in a 30-foot camper on her mom's property. But there might be some light at the end of the tunnel, but I'm not going to comment on it yet. So we'll see. Monday is the determining factor, and then I'll have some good news, hopefully. Anyways, I appreciate you guys, as always, for tuning in. We got some new decorations for the shop today. I got a surfboard. We got some cool beach stuff. We're going to do a little beach theme scene thing. I just saw that Ford Transit. It just went in a circle. We're going to do like a little beach scene thing. Actually, when I leave here, I'm going to run to Dollar General and grab one of those little kiddie pools. And I got a really cool idea for the shop. And we got some cool beach theme stuff. We got some 4th of July themed stuff at Dollar General or Dollar Tree and Walmart. So we're getting ramped up for summer. Business is starting to ramp up. I'm getting really excited for this year. I'm really hoping. I went over some of the numbers today, and they're not where I'd like them to be, but they're good. So I'm hoping we just keep climbing. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, as always. You know the deal. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. I don't know if we'll do a video tomorrow or not. We'll see. But appreciate you. We'll catch you on the next one.